The City of Englewood is a home rule municipality located in Arapahoe County, Colorado, United States. As of 2010, the population was 30,255. Englewood is part of the Denver-Aurora metropolitan area. Englewood is located in the South Platte River Valley east of the Front Range and immediately south of central Denver. Downtown is located immediately east of the confluence of Little Dry Creek and the South Platte River, between Santa Fe Drive and Broadway. Englewood is the fourth most populous city in Arapahoe County and, in 2010, was the 23rd most populous city in Colorado. History. The history of Englewood begins when gold was discovered on what came to be called Little Dry Creek by William Green Russell, an early settler of the High Plains, in 1858. 2 years later, Thomas Skerritt, considered to be the founder of the city, established a home in the area, which was called Orchard Place. 4 years later, the first road connecting Denver and Orchard Place was created by Skerritt himself using his own plow. In 1879, the first telephone arrived in the area. 1883 was an important year, as it was the year that the Cherlin horse car path was laid. The Cherlin trolley was and is an important city icon, being carried up Broadway by horse and down by gravity. 1903 brought incorporation, but Skerritt was edged out by J.C. Jones as the first city mayor. Jones was a prominent landowner, having originally owned almost all of what is now North Englewood. The next 2 years brought the establishment of the first newspaper in the city, soon to be named the Herald. In 1905, Swedish National Sanatorium was founded, soon to become the massive present-day Swedish Medical Center. 1906 brought the first pavement and streetlights, and a year later the police and fire departments were established. In 1908 the famed Cherlin horse trolleys stopped running. 1948 was the start of a great period of change for the city. 2,500 acres on the Platte Canyon were purchased, and soon McClellan Reservoir was created. This ensured water independence from the powerful Denver water, and in fact, Englewood provides water to most of the South Metro area now due to its vast, early established water rights. Soon after the city embarked on a huge building boom, most of the city was in fact built up by 1960. In 1965, City Park was sold to make way for Cinderella City, the largest mall west of the Mississippi River and one of the largest in the world when it opened in 1968. The developer provided the funds to create a vast city park network to replace the single city park that the mall was built on. 30 years later, the city demolished the defunct mall in order to make way for a new, transit-oriented development that would also contain a new civic center, library, and a relocated city hall. The RTD completed its Southeast Light Rail corridor in 2000 and established passenger rail transit in Englewood. In 2004, Englewood opened the Pirates Cove Water Park as part of a multi-million-dollar improvement package for the city parks system. In addition to Pirates Cove, many improvements were made to the South Platte River Trail system and to the Englewood Recreation Center, originally constructed in 1975. Englewood is a full-service city with its own independent park, library, and public works systems. Englewood provides snowplow service to neighboring municipalities and water to a large portion of the metro area. Geography. Englewood is located at 39.6469 degrees north, 104.9914 degrees west, 39.64694 minus 104.99194. The city is 5,371 feet above sea level, higher than Denver. According to the United States Census Bureau, The city has a total area of 6.6 square miles, of which 6.6 square miles of it is land and 0.1 square miles of it is water. Climate. Englewood features a climate very similar to that of Denver, but is slightly milder and more stable due to the city's establishment in a very low part of the South Platte River Valley. Winds are very sparse throughout the city. The Köppen climate classification system labels Englewood as having a cold semi-arid climate, abbreviated as BSK. Neighborhoods. Central Englewood can be roughly divided into quadrants, with the x-axis being Hampton Avenue and the y-axis being Broadway. The northwest is the oldest section of the city, containing the new city center, downtown, and housing stock dating to the 1910s. This is also where the massive General Iron metal fabrication plant was located, which closed in the 1990s and has now been demolished, awaiting redevelopment on a new proposed light rail station at Bates Avenue. The southwest section is home to a newer housing stock as well as a significant percentage of Englewood's industrial and production facilities. The southwest side also features Englewood's largest park, Bellevue Park, and a small reservoir. The southeast section is almost purely residential and is newer than the north and southwest sides. Finally, northeast Englewood is home to one of the largest hospital complexes in the metro area, Swedish Medical Center and Craig Hospital, a top 10 nationally ranked rehabilitation hospital for spinal cord and traumatic brain injury rehabilitation, comprise the hospital district, the backbone of the city economy. The Hampton Hills neighborhood hosts one of the largest conglomeration of apartment complexes in the metro area, and is also the newest developed part of the city as well as the wealthiest. Englewood also features some large annexed areas, such as the Northwest Annex that extends to Evans Avenue in Denver, which is chiefly manufacturing and industry. Finally, Englewood extends southeast to the Highline Canal, and southwest past Federal Boulevard, approaching the town of Bomar. Demographics. As of the census of 2000, there were 31,727 people, 14,392 households, and 7,469 families residing in the city. The population density was 4,843.8 people per square mile. There were 14,916 housing units at an average density of 2,276.4 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 71.8% white, 17.5% African American, 1.3% Native American, 1.9% Asian, 0.1% Pacific Islander, and 2.5% from two or more races. Hispanic Latino of any race were 13% of the population. There were 14,392 households, out of which 23.6% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 36.7% were married couples living together. 10.8% had a female householder with no husband present, and 48.1% were non-families. 37.9% of all households were made up of individuals, and 9.5% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.15, and the average family size was 2.88. In the city, the population distribution was varied, with 20.3% under the age of 18, 9.6% from 18 to 24, 35.9% from 25 to 44, 20.0% from 45 to 64, and 14.2% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 36 years. For every 100 females there were 98.1 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 96.4 males. The median income for a household in the city was $38,943, and the median income for a family was $47,290. Males had a median income of $32,636 versus $28,480 for females. The per capita income for the city was $20,904. About 4.9% of families and 8.2% of the population were below the poverty line, including 9.0% of those under age 18 and 7.5% of those age 65 or over. Government and infrastructure. The federal correctional institution, Englewood, is named after Englewood, but is not in proximity to Englewood. It is in unincorporated Jefferson County. Education. The City of Englewood is served by the Englewood Public Schools, a district with 2 high schools, Englewood High and Colorado's finest alternative high school. Small parts of the city are served by the Littleton Public Schools and the Sheridan Public Schools. There are 2 middle schools, Englewood Middle School and Englewood Leadership Academy. There are 4 elementary schools, Bishop, Clayton, Charles Hay and Cherolyn. Some of neighboring Cherry Hills villages within the Englewood School District. The city is also home to a number of private schools, including the St. Louis School, a large Catholic K-12 institution. Also, the city used to host the Denver Seminary, an evangelical graduate-level religious school that has since relocated to Littleton. The former seminary site is now slated for redevelopment. Economy. Top employers. According to the city's 2015 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the top employers in the city are: points of interest, Merrill Wheel Balancing System, adjacent municipalities and unincorporated areas. The place name Englewood is assigned to 3 zip codes which cover areas adjacent to the city on the west and east, and an area southeast of the city that is much larger than the city itself. Thus, many addresses written as Englewood, Colorado, are actually in the Arapahoe County cities of Sheridan, Cherry Hills Village, Greenwood Village, or Centennial, or in Meridian in unincorporated Douglas County. This area includes part of the Denver Tech Center and the surrounding commercial development along the I-25 corridor, which is often erroneously attributed to Englewood. The city actually lies several miles west. Notable people. Notable individuals who were born in and/or have lived in Englewood include missionary and archaeologist David Crockett Graham, civil rights activist Carlotta Walls Lanier, and railroad executive Louis W. Menck.